I'm going to take it a different direction. I am finding that, yeah, this has been an incredibly challenging time for so many educators to really, adapt to what, the virtual space is requiring. We are 100% virtual, and we have been since March. We're having the rumblings of potentially going back in a hybrid model. But what I've noticed between, first semester and second semester is largely the risk taking that educators are willing to do. I feel like a lot of educators have gotten their feet wet with what virtual learning requires. They're really diving into different platforms. And as a coach, I'm getting a lot of individuals reaching out asking for, okay, what's next? I've mastered Jamboard. Now you've talked about interactive slides for a semester, and I haven't, been, ready for it, but I'm ready. And so really having that desire to, really enhance their technological know-how has been inspiring to watch at our site, just because I think that educators are realizing that what was fine, but really what could be is incredible. I was listening last night to the Vietnam Tech Conference that went on yesterday, and the keynote was talking about this idea of, a lot of educators have this idea of success, right? I'm doing something in my classroom and it's working. I'm being successful at it, right? Kids are learning. And the keynote suggested that's great, but what about relevancy? As times are shifting in education, as society is changing and evolving, and we're moving into, these different modern times, maybe what worked in, 20 years ago works, but is it relevant to the learners? And I am the first to say that it's important as educators and coaches to be mindful of the fact that, these are our stakeholders. We need to lend to, their interests. I think that's the number one way to engage students. And so I'm just really excited that, educators are taking those risks, reevaluating their practices, and more than anything, reaching out and saying, we are better together. And so, let's do this. So that's exciting for me.